Hey, and welcome back to my Stardew Valley min-max guide using the Skull Cavern method. Today, we are making it to the Skull Cavern. Okay, well, not quite, but these are the last 2 days before we do actually make it there. So we have a good humor luck day, and it's not going to rain tomorrow, which means I need to have those basic sprinklers ready to go and installed before the end of the day. The 15th is the first day for salmon berries. So I'm going to be collecting some. And we're about to go into super sped up mode because this is the last bit of fishing that we're going to do, right? And the reason I need to do that is if you watch the last video, today is the day that I plan on unlocking the vault, or rather finishing the vault bundles, right? So I need 42,500 gold. And my haul last night was just a little short. So I have 5 catfish. That was my first iridium catfish of this run. And I'm just going to do a little bit of fishing until I have enough to get to the 42,500 mark. I'm going to end up, overexerting myself if I wasn't paying attention, and I wasn't. Luckily, I have those salmon berries for energy, and we should be leveling up today, so the penalty is not going to be a problem, right? I'm going to wake up the next day with full energy. So we have the fish in hand, a handful of catfish, I think 7 in total. So we have to run down to Willie to sell those. And there we go. We are at 42,629, which is perfect. I can now finish that bundle, and the bus will be fixed overnight by these little guys, the Junimos. We do get some nice rewards out of that, specifically the lightning rod to start getting batteries when summer rolls around. I'm going to need a lot more of those, but that's okay. And the crystallarium. What I'll eventually do is whenever I get crystallariums, whether it's from the Skull Cavern or I craft them later on, I'm going to set them up and put jade in them, because you can trade the jade for staircases on Sundays to the Desert Trader. But right now, I do know that I had 1 fire quartz, and I will need some more refined quartz. So I put that in there because when you smelt a fire quartz, you get 3 refined quartz. So now the objective is to smelt when I can, get a little bit of ore. I'm going to need a lot more bars, right? Basically, I don't have enough for the basic sprinklers yet. So we're going to just keep diving, doing that kind of ore farming that I showed in the last video, switching between levels 21 and 31. And hopefully I can knock that out as fast as possible. Once I have enough for the basic sprinklers, I can continue my dive deeper into the mines, right? And on a perfect day, I would be able to knock out everything I need for the sprinklers and get down to level 120, but it doesn't seem feasible. At least for this run. I'm not saying you can't do it. I actually think it's very possible to be able to unlock the Skull Cavern with the vault and get the Skull Cavern key at the bottom of the mines by the 16th, maybe even the 15th. And I guess if you trade off some of the farming and other aspects, it probably could be done earlier. But right, we have a plan. We need quality sprinklers for the first of summer. So we need to keep farming in mind. We have to keep foraging in mind because we need level 3 foraging for tappers. And I was low on energy, so I finally did eat the star drop that I skipped yesterday. I don't think I went over that, but now's a good time. It's 8:50, and I can make a little bit of progress in the mines. Yeah, the shadow brutes can be annoying. And here's my first staircase that I actually do craft in the mines. I believe I said before that I wouldn't do that just because it's easy enough to clear those infested floors. But once you get down to level 100 plus, the enemies hit harder. They take a little harder to, or they take a little bit of more time to kill. And I do have a lot of stone. I'm going to get even more stone as soon as I get into the Skull Cavern. So I think that's a smart play to use that staircase on an infested floor. 11 p.m. I'm at floor 108, so this is great. Those little helmet guys, they drop solar essences sometimes, and you're going to want those. Once I get into a lot of Skull Cavern dives, I'll be using Mega Bombs, and they require 1 solar essence, 1 void essence, and 4 gold ore. The problem with the solar essence is they drop rarely from iridium bats, which don't even spawn until level 50 of the Skull Cavern. They also drop from mummies. However, when you knock out a mummy, they kind of just crumble, and then 10 seconds later they build themselves back up. So the only way to destroy them is to knock them out so they crumble, and then put a bomb down, and that will destroy them. So we're putting the basic sprinklers down now. And our green bean's ready, but no need to harvest it yet. I already completed the bundles, or the bundles I needed to unlock the vault. But it's 1:40. We're running low on time today. Time to pass out. And there we go. The magical little Junimos fixing the bus for us. And we're on to day 16. The spirits are very displeased, and there's no rain tomorrow, which is unfortunate, but I have the sprinklers, so. And I'm already regretting what I said earlier, because I thought I was going to level up possibly foraging yesterday. There's a single crop that doesn't have a sprinkler on it. That was an oversight on my end. But I thought I was going to level up overnight, and I did overexert myself, right? I fell asleep, but you still get the energy penalty. And that wasn't the case. I didn't level anything up. So I'm at half energy right now, and I'm going to have to eat some of those salmon berries or chubs to get back. And you'll see today in my inventory, I have some old boots and weapons and a magnet ring. And the reason I'm bringing that with me is because I can open the Adventurers Guild. Grabbing some more salmon berries. Today looks like a day that I'll level up foraging. But I'll open up the Adventurers Guild. Place with Gil in it, the Adventurers Guild. But once I complete the slime quest that I was talking about in previous videos, the Adventurers Guild will open up, And it's the only place that I can sell those weapons and boots and rings and all that good stuff. So we're almost there. We're almost at the end. 115, just 5 more levels to go. Getting as much gold ore as I can. When there's only a couple enemies, since there is, I believe, a 15% chance of a ladder spawn when you kill them, I will sometimes go for it. And by go for it, I mean kill them. This is a mushroom level. You can tell by the lanterns and the fact that there's mushrooms everywhere. So 119. This isn't a good floor layout, but it's the last one. It's 11 o'clock. The worst case scenario is I would just build a staircase to get down to 120, right? But there we go. That is the Skull Cavern key. Also, what am I talking about? It's 11:50 a.m. I think I got excited that we were down there. I figured it was the end of the day. No, we're still at noon. But now I can... Man, I'm just messing myself up. Now I can finish the slime quest, right? I got to kill those slimes. I'll farm some more in the meantime. I think I just saw my journal updated, so that's good. And the guild doesn't open until the afternoon. So this is perfect timing. The mushrooms are good money. I kind of wish that... I guess it was a bit of an exploit. Back prior to the 1.4 content update, mushroom farming levels, specifically farming those levels over and over again, it was just very profitable, and it was a great way to start out your first month. So it kind of sucks that that's gone, but I do understand why. It's, you know, you're kind of exploiting the fact that you can just do it over and over again. So here we go. We are in the guild, selling the weapons. I'm actually really sad to sell the glaive, the Neptune's glaive. I mean, if you remember, I fished that out on day 3. It got me through 90 levels of the mines, but we have a better sword now. And we actually won't keep the obsidian edge for much longer, because one of the goals on day 17, when we go into the Skull Cavern, will be to find a prismatic shard. It honestly, it makes the run a lot easier if you can upgrade your sword to the Galaxy Sword as early as possible. So we want a prismatic shard on day 1. If you don't know, that's you take the prismatic shard to the... It's like kind of 3 pillars. It's an altar sort of thing. In the desert, you hold up the shard and you are given the Galaxy Sword. So. About 3:30 now. Some time to kill. Foraging, actually, it does take a while to level up. So doing some foraging now is good, picking up everything on the ground. I'm actually not sure. Salmon berries either give you very little XP towards foraging, or they give you none. So I'll have to... Actually, I could probably look into that right now. If I can see around this. I have a very clicky mechanical keyboard. Okay. Salmon berries and blackberries give no foraging experience when harvested from bushes during their respective seasons. Okay. However, blackberries and salmon berries picked up from the ground do give 7 XP each, which is in line with other things that you pick up on the ground. So that's good to know. Either way, I did find a good amount of forageables as I was running through. Say hi to Bruce Taco the cat. 8:20 p.m. See, this is where, like, I really don't have a lot of things that I need to do. I brought back my furnaces, and I will set them up here eventually, because we're going to try and smelt as much as possible. But if I could have finished the mines yesterday, then this could have been a Skull Cavern day. But that's okay. I am getting a little ahead of smelting. I do have those 5 gold bars, which is nice. And my inventory looks like it's ready to go to the Skull Cavern tomorrow. You do need the 500 gold that I have currently, because we don't have any warp totems to the desert. So the first time you go, you have to wait for Pam to get to the bus stop and then take the bus for 500 gold. But after that, we'll just use the warp totems to the desert. You can trade 1 Omni Geode for a totem from the desert trader. And you can see I already have 6 Omni Geodes in my inventory now, so that's 6 trips to the desert. But really, once you get into the Skull Cavern, you're going to get a dozen plus Omni Geodes every single run. So you won't have to rely on Pam, and that's good because she takes a while to get there. One of the strategies is as soon as she leaves her house, if you stand in her way, she'll get mad and then kind of blow past you. And that's neat because you can then she'll walk faster and she'll get to the bus stop probably about a half hour to 40 minutes earlier than usual. But we'll do that tomorrow on our first run just to get her there earlier. Those chocolate cakes are going to be just kind of a backup for food in the Skull Cavern. But yeah, like I said, then we'll just be using the desert totems to get there. Instead of getting there at 10 a.m., I could get there, at 6:10 a.m. Now, that's not always going to work out because there's usually some chores to do around the farm before that. But there we go. Level 5 mining, and you pick the miner perk. And there's the level 3 foraging for the tapper that I was talking about. All right, that's it. Tomorrow, first Skull Cavern run day. I hope it goes well. I hope I get a prismatic shard. And I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited to start doing some of the commentary over that video. So thanks for watching.